Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I've played the first one. There's some mechanics in it that are really interesting. The combat system is definitely difficult and skill based. It doesn't matter what your actual stats are so much as your timing. So not something that I'm a huge fan of, but it's an interesting take. I'm going to play about an hour of this. There is a lot of harsh language in the game. So just be aware of that if that's something that you don't want to be exposed to, or if you got young children. There's a lot of cursing. So far, I have not seen any nudity. There's also some gore. So we're going to jump right in and check out this. We're going to go ahead and hit a new game. And I'll go ahead and overwrite my first playthrough.
Keep firing! Don't stop! We need more arrows! Need help here, Danny! You grab whatever you can and get up top!
What are you doing here? Go and take cover in the keep.
Can't hold out against this onslaught much longer. Go and take cover with the others. Look out! Godwin! Where's your weapon? To the battlements! Move! Father!
Will you come to anoint us before we die?
We'll get anointed after the battles are hands. With booze.
Get ready! Take cover! Now!
A rude awakening, eh? Make it count.
Alright, got ourselves a crossbow. Let's get in it.
Godwin! Over here! Get up there quick! We have to repel them! Shoot him! I'll knock it down!
There's one down. Reload.
now, fucker!
2 down. Reload. You got a whole party coming in through the front door.
You're not up to it.
Got him. Another reload here.
Get ready! They're coming inside! Conway, move downstairs. We can handle it here.
Oh, I think I got him in the face.
All 3 archers here! Return fire! What the fuck are you waiting for? Conway, get over here with that. What the fuck are they waiting for? Pour fire onto them! Archers, come here! Die!
That was not because of me. That was because of murder holes in the ceiling in there. They dumped boiling water or boiling oil down on them and then lit it.
Die! Conway, draw your sword and follow me. That's it.
Heading up to the battlements.
Knock that ladder down or they'll overrun us. Greetings to the death. You're finished, wanker!
Quite a few cinema scenes in this, at least in the start. Stood in the opening too long.
Fuck! I've been hit.
Don't poke at it. Just calm down.
Oh, Dentes Fortuna, fucking you, that. Jesus. You're only supposed to deliver a message to Trotsky. And the most adventure I was expecting was a fuck or two.
Everyone to the chopper!
Dentes Fortuna, you rat!
What's that you keep yelling, Sir Hans?
Good gracious, Henry, you don't mean to tell me you don't know Latin?
My apologies, Your Grace. Unfortunately, I was too busy shoveling shit and picking turnips to find time for studying Latin.
We shall have to rectify that. I can't have an ignoramus for a personal bodyguard.
Anyway, this Audens, whatever. What does it actually mean?
Audentes fortuna juvat. Fortune favors the brave.
I don't doubt it. All we have to do is deliver a letter to Lord Otto von Bergov and ride back again. Doesn't take much bravery.
Christ, Henry, don't be such a stick in the mud. Aren't you glad to be finally out of that hellhole where we can finally enjoy some adventure? See a bit of the world. Meet new women. And simply have some fun.
Sure, but you promised Johannes that you'd be as good as gold, and I'm personally responsible for your safety. Besides, Trotsky's in the middle of nowhere, so I wouldn't expect much excitement there.
God help me, my bodyguard's a monk who can't speak Latin.
Sir! Trotsky!
My word. That is fucking impressive. It makes Perkstein look like an outhouse. Berghoff must be made of money.
Sir!
Should we get ready for a fight?
Take it easy, Henry. They're wearing von Berghoff's colours. They're from Trotsky.
Surround them! Don't let them get away!
Besides, we stand a chance against them. Don't do anything foolish, fellas. Just follow my orders.
Halt! What are you after here?
Is this usually how you greet visitors, my good man?
This is how we greet armed strangers when bandits are pillaging everywhere.
Can you not distinguish between a noble and a bandit, sir?
It's not always that straightforward these days. Who are you people?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I bear a letter for Sir Otto von Berghoff from my master, Sir Hanush of Lipa.
This is indeed the seal of the Lords of Lipa. And unless I am mistaken, Lord Hanush of Lipa is on the side of King Wenceslas.
Well,
While my master is a member of the League of Lords, who side with King Sigismund.
well,
So it would appear we are enemies.
We're not enemies. We're carrying a message with the aim of putting a stop to the hostilities.
And who are you?
Henry, from Skalitz.
Get kind of pick a or play style.
I serve Sir Hans as a scout and tracker.
From Skalitz, you say? The one that King Sigismund's Cuman forces plundered?
And slaughtered everyone. Even so, I'm not going to Trotsky as an enemy, but as a peace envoy.
Even so, you're still strangers here, and armed strangers to boot. And as it happens, we're on the trail of just such a band. So why should I trust you?
A little bit about our persuasion system. So pretty similar to the first one. Definitely upgraded a little bit though. Feel free to pause at any point if you want to read through these on your own.
We want to negotiate an alliance. We'll come to an agreement with your lord in Trotsky, and maybe offer to deal with those bandits for you. After all, you haven't been able to track them down. So we can take matters into our own hands. So move aside, and let us, dutiful knights, pass.
Don't provoke me, boy, or you'll pass to a place you don't want to be. Didn't you say you were a tracker? So you're a knight all of a sudden? Or you're not really sure? Don't try to pull the wool over my eyes.
Don't listen to him, Captain. He's travelling with me for the first time, and evidently, he's got a bit above himself. We've come on the orders of Margrave Jobst of Moravia, and we bear a message from Sir Hanush of Lipa, Divish of Tarnberg, and Radzig Kobula. Our message concerns the offer of an alliance that it seems you need as much as we do right now.
All right, then. You may carry on, but put your men in their place, sir, before their impertinence leads you into trouble.
Indeed, I will. Thank you, Captain.
Sorry about the cold reception. You must be cautious. These bandits create mayhem, then vanish like ghosts. We'll be on our way.
Oh, so you won't accompany us to the castle to see your lord?
Sorry, sir, we can't. Listen, you won't make it to the castle before nightfall, and Sir Otto's orders are to not admit anyone after dark, especially while we're away. You'd best camp until daybreak.
I'll take your point. I mean, back home, the last time someone led a nobleman in trouble into their castle, we had to bombard it to get him out. Is there an inn in these parts, at least?
There is one, but it's a bit of a way out, and I'm not sure your lordship would like it very much.
God! What kind of a backwater have they sent us to? I just suppose we'll just have to manage somehow. Good luck in hunting down those bandits.
Thomas, captain at Trotsky. Thank you. And sorry again. Farewell.
Farewell.
Well, this is a bit of a hold-up. What now?
Since there's no tavern within reach, we'll just bed down here for the night. The pond looks inviting, and we've got wine enough.
And what about those bandits?
Well, they're probably keeping their heads down, what with that big patrol combing the woods for them. Come on, fellas. We'll camp here on the bank. At least we can bathe. I stink almost as bad as the rest of you, and you lot are rank.
So we screwed up that dialogue. Let's see if it would let us mount the horse here. So let's go do a mutt real quick.
Hey! Call off that mutt of yours!
Heel! What's all the fuss about, Mutt? Are you that hungry? All right, I'll see what I can get for you.
Well, hoorah! Peace at last. That barking was a pain in the ass.
I just saw something light up on the ground. Oh, okay. Dandelion. Yeah, you can gather herbs. So let's talk with Mutt here.
Sit. Stay.
I better praise him too.
You're my doggy, eh?
I think it's actually your girlfriend's dog, but I don't remember. It has been a little bit since I played the first game.
Come on, Conrad.
What?
Let's throw a few.
Listen, would you have some scraps for a mutt?
That's a good one. He already gobbled up a piece of venison while I was having a piss. I've got one last sausage and I'll be saving that for the way back. Look, Henry, I'm fond of that beast, but you ought to keep him under control.
Very droll. Seriously though, Conrad, my old mate. Roll a few, eh? No.
Come on, Oates. We'll get to Trotsky tomorrow, and there'll be plenty of food there. We're a noble's escort, so they're obliged to feed us well. Pheasant in wine, roast pork with apples. Those sausages of yours are only fit for a dog anyway.
For Christ's sake, stop giving me a hard time. I'll have you know that sausage is fucking good. But neither you nor your dog will get to taste it.
Wouldn't you swap it for something?
I might. Tankard has my ring. I lost it to him at dice, and if I go home without it, my old woman will send me right back. If you can get it back, I'll be glad to give you that sausage.
Well, I'll see what I can do.
Have a round of dice here.
I see you've got dice set up. Want a game?
Sure. How's about spicing it up with a little wager?
I heard you won a ring off Oates. Want to bet that?
Fortune favours the brave, lad. But if you lose, you'll pay for everything I order in the tavern in Trotsky. All right?
My first playthrough of this, I actually won this one. I was expecting to lose. I think this is one of the easier opponents for dice. Again, feel free to pause and read to learn it. And there's our scoring system. In the first game of this, when I played dice, it was actually pretty difficult. I lost quite a bit. Maybe it's one of those that I'm just not good at dice, or I probably just couldn't figure out the system that they had.
I hope Lady Luck will be on my side.
We'll keep those. Reroll the rest.
Nothing worth
I
mentioning.
busted. There is some luck that goes into this too.
Here. That's enough for me. Your turn.
He had a pretty decent run there. And I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go ahead and score him past that. Basically, if you don't have any dice on the table that's scoreable,
That'll do.
it counts as a bust.
Here. My God! Oh, come on!
And that was basically a
Curva!
flush,
Damn your
or like a
eyes.
royal flush.
You played well. What's to be done? A bet is a bet. Here's your ring.
Of all the times I've played dice in either this game or the first one, I think that's the first time I've actually thrown, just a straight roll like that. So luck does play a big part in it.
It seems Tankard can't tell a 5 from a 6. I won that ring off him.
You beat the bastard. Ha! You're a dab hand, Henry. Thanks. Will you give it to me? If I go home without it, the old woman will break her broom over my back.
What will you give me for it?
Well, all I've got here is some grub. Want a sausage? It's venison.
All right. And enough games. You won't easily find another mug who'll exchange a ring for a sausage.
Yeah. True enough.
The whole way. Leave it off this evening at least. Jesus.
Look what I have for you. Aye, aye, you silly doggy.
Alright, let's go over and see what Hans wants.
Henry, what the fuck was that about?
What was what about?
With that captain? I thought they got us all. The way you provoked him.
You're a noble. You can't let some lackey shit all over you.
Maybe, but I'd like to remain a living noble.
At least no one got hurt. He was just throwing his weight around.
You can't just let loose on anyone and everyone like that. That could really come back and bite us all in the arse.
I apologise. You're right.
That's all right. I understand how you feel. His tone got on my nerves too. And keep quiet tomorrow in front of von Berghoff. I'm here to do the talking. We'll deliver our message and fulfill our mission. If we arrange a truce with the League of Lords, then Hanush will finally have to take me seriously. Well, since you're so sure of yourself, how about stretching our limbs a bit after that long journey? With a bit of swordplay.
You're in the mood for that after riding so long?
Certainly. So then, eh?
All right then. Just a bit of swordplay for the hell of it? Or shall we have a wager?
Let's save the wagers for later.
Oh, you afraid?
Keep the biting remarks to yourself. You've got armor on, so just grab your helmet. Here's a practice sword for you. Have that ready too.
Quick overview of the inventory system. This is one of the things I really like about this game, is it actually layers your armor. So basically, to like wear a helmet, you need to have some sort of head covering underneath that, like a padded coif. Same thing with your chest armor. You'd have to have a gambeson or a shirt or something underneath it. It's not required, but it definitely helps because the heavier armors just protect against like stabbing and slashing, arrows, things like that. Whereas the gambeson or chainmail underneath will provide padding for that blunt damage as well. So equip our longsword, put our padded coif on, and then our kettle helm. I think everything else is already equipped. And there's the dandelions that we picked up. You can scroll through, it gives you information about it. Our player stats. And noise is a big factor in this game. When you look at your armor, I take a look here at the leg armor. Noise 100. Then there's also conspicuousness and visibility. So you want to try and keep all those as low as possible, so that way you blend into the local population better. You don't really stand out. You cut down on your noise so you can sneak better, and your visibility is more like your lighting. So shiny armor or bright colored armor is going to be more visible than, say, black armor. And plate armor, chainmail, they're going to be louder than just your padded or your leather armors. And then each piece of armor has a noise rating. There it is. There's the tab I was looking for. So visibility 75, noise 99. But then if we go to like the quilted hose, visibility 15, noise 57. That visibility is actually quite low. So if you can dye everything a darker color, the only problem with that, it does tend to raise that conspicuousness, being dark colors, because dark is considered like a brigand color, or bandits, raiders, things like that. Again, feel free to pause going through this. I've gone through it myself once already. I tried to close it and I clicked the wrong button. That's why it brought up the tutorial screen. And if I click the right button, there we go.
So, should we start?
Ready?
Let's get warmed up. I'll attack you a few times. You defend.
Go ahead. Impressed? Is that the best you've got? I didn't even work up a sweat.
Oh, you will soon enough. A foe in plate armor has to be worn down.
Let's see it then. Attack properly now. A longer sequence.
Very nice exchange.
I'm still as fresh as a daisy.
Very nice exchange, Henry. Very nice exchange, Henry.
Enough!
Now you're warmed up, eh?
Yeah. But you're pretty winded yourself. While you're attacking, you still have to take care you have strength left to defend.
Save the advice and try it yourself.
Gladly. On guard. Good. Nice. Why don't you cover yourself?
Tell Henry or his lordship will kill you.
That's the way. Good. That's the way.
That's enough. No one's ever won a duel just by blocking. You've got to make an opening to strike back. And you do that by means of a perfect block.
Perfect block, eh? You've become a real swordsman.
Start your attack then.
You're doing great, Henry. Pretty good.
The clash of blades.
Too soon. Nice. But what about a riposte? Reckon you can manage that?
Why wouldn't I? Nothing to it. I just follow up a perfect block immediately with a strike. I'll show you.
Get ready. Sweet. Good, Henry. Well, hey, you're not as good as Captain Bernard, but that wasn't bad.
Be sure to remember, if someone gives you a riposte, you can still fend it off with a perfect block. And it's best to follow up right away with your own riposte.
Yeah, right. But what if I want to attack in such a way that you can't make a perfect block?
Then it's best to attack at a spot where your opponent isn't covered. Where he's not holding his weapon. You defend, and I'll show you how.
All right. Come on then. Nice. Good riposte. Nice work, Henry. Oh, nice, Henry. All right. I get it. For Christ's sake. Enough demonstrations and explanations.
Let's have one training duel to finish up, eh?
Indeed. And let's have a wager to spice things up. How about 100 groschen?
All right. 100 groschen it is.
Defend yourself! To a good start. All square again. Well done.
Don't hold back.
Get her stamina back.
Nice technique. Did you see that?
That's a hit.
That hit home.
That's a hit.
Now that's what I call swordplay.
All square again.
Oh,
Well done.
that's 2 hits on me. Hit on him.
Nice technique. Did you see that?
Try and make me a little bit of money.
Now that's what I call swordplay.
Ow!
Nice strike.
Ow! Kurwa!
Don't hold back.
Take a little cheapie there.
Nice technique. Did you
How do you do it? How do you do it? Fuck me!
That was some wallop.
And we're out of stamina.
How do you do it?
Sometimes you just gotta get a little greedy.
Technique.
You knocked the stuffing out of me.
There we go.
I yield! Enough! Oh, for fuck's sake, you're unstoppable! Oh, you won the bet, fair and square. I'll settle with you when we get to Trotsky. Now let's go and eat. That swordplay gave me quite an appetite.
I actually did pretty decent on that one. Real combat in the game, though, is a lot more difficult. You're not stuck inside a little pen. Normally there's multiple opponents. They're not nearly as forgiving as a little friendly battle. You're not using wooden training swords.
So who won, gentlemen?
Oh, it seems this isn't my day. I knew I shouldn't have bet with you. You've improved since that last time in Ratai.
Yeah, all right. But I lost in Ratai that time. That was nearly the first time in my life I even held a sword in my hand, though.
Well, forging a sword isn't the same as wielding one.
Oats? What's this food supposed to be?
What's left of our supplies? Tomorrow we'll be at the castle, and we'll get some decent grub.
If you told us earlier, I could have shot a hare. And you could have cooked it like they did in the tavern the day before yesterday.
That tavern where you drank away all your coin?
Ha! You've got to have some fun.
And then you tried it on with the innkeeper's daughter when you were shit-faced.
She was pretty. A real peach. Admit it.
Only a fella was there.
This is still part of the character building, part of your play style. So whatever you pick here will boost the stat that it speaks of.
And I had to drag you out of that tavern before everyone pounced on us.
And he had his work cut out. You wasn't having it much.
Now, if you was able to court the lasses like me, maybe she wouldn't have started screeching.
I can't say I'm surprised. Just imagine it, fellas. You're a fair maiden. Your lovely locks falling on your shoulders. No thought of wickedness. And then Tankard's fat head appears before you with his crooked mouth. And he says, "Where's the shit, oh my pretty?"
I've got nothing to regret. The whole world turns around wenches. Ain't that right, Henry?
Hmm?
You never gave us the goods on that lass of yours. What was her name now?
Teresa. She lived with that crook Peshek at the mill.
And she saved my life.
A brave girl.
Aye. She's a fine lass. And? Is she any good? Like, is she any good? Get me?
She's brave. She saved my life when I went back to Scalitz after it was razed to bury my parents, and a bunch of mercenaries attacked me. And that's all I'll say.
You know, this travelling isn't too bad.
Apart from the mosquitoes.
Aye. Apart from them.
Where were you yesterday evening, Henry? You were late for supper. That's not what I call watching over our Lord.
Hey, don't make trouble.
In the camp, with you lot. It was Conrad's turn to gather wood, and I wasn't hungry yet. So I stretched out for a bit by the horses.
Oh, yeah? Where? You didn't see it?
I was going for wood.
It was getting dark. I reckon he just overlooked me.
You gave me a nasty shock when you came out of the darkness. You're as quiet as a mouse, and that's the truth.
And what about, time, sir? I mean, will we be getting any time off, sir?
It depends. Once von Berghoff hears us out, we should set off back home immediately.
What? Straight back on the road?
Well, we could stay a day or two, perhaps.
Does anyone know anything more about von Berghoff?
Only what Sir Hans told us, that von Berghoff is a big cheese in the royal court. That's why we're going to negotiate an alliance with him.
You summed that up nicely. But yes, that's how it is. He's the Royal Chamberlain. You fellas will never meet a more important noble than him.
I heard he insists on having the finest swords, and that he's got a big collection of all kinds of swords and daggers.
Collecting them ain't the same as knowing how to use them.
And is he any good at sword fighting? It ain't nothing easy to learn.
I prefer other weapons. Proper ones. When you take a mace in your hand, a nice chunk of metal, you know one good blow will do the job. No dancing around in circles. Just smash.
Too right. I feel like a king when I got a nice big cudgel.
I'm surprised you didn't say a sword, since you never stop going on about the sword Ishvan Toth stole from you.
That sword is the only reminder I had of Pa. We forged it together, just before he was slain. But that's another matter. I suppose you've heard enough of that, eh?
Well, you know.
Ah, it's all right.
Well, I wouldn't want to be in Ishvan's shoes if you ever come face to face with him again.
What? So Radzig ain't dead, though?
Enough, enough. Otherwise, we'll be here for hours again, hearing how Martin the Smith raised him, even though Radzig is his real father. It's complicated, and let's leave it at that. No offense.
Who helped me tomorrow with getting supplies for the journey back?
We rolled dice for it, and I won, so Conrad goes.
What are you on about?
Enough. Oath, you're no fun at all. There'll be a feast at the castle tomorrow, so forget about supplies.
Anyone for another helping? There's plenty left. Maybe even a bit for morning.
No thanks. I must wash myself down a bit.
My words exactly. We can't turn up at Trotsky tomorrow in this state.
Let's go and strip, Henry. Fellas, come and help us get out of this armor.
Are you really going to bathe here, Sir Hans? It don't look none too safe a spot to me.
Oh, don't be such an old woman, Oates. Bring some wine to warm our blood.
Yeah, we're not on a trip to the baths here, Sir Hans.
Henry's right, sir. Duty first, fun later.
God's wounds. I haven't been away from Rattay in ages. So, here, I intend to live a little. Blasted iron shirt. Oh, what a relief. I feel like I've just shed 40 pounds.
Christ. Will I ever live to see his young lordship finally grow up? He's got a good heart, but he doesn't have the sense that he was born with.
Well, responsibility will catch up with him soon enough, though.
There's more chance of me becoming a monk.
That's a view fit for a king.
Whew. You were right about our stench.
Let's hope this water isn't too cold. You wouldn't want your pride and joy shrinking.
I'm more worried about it being too deep.
Come on. Oh, that really shrivels the old ball sack.
What's the matter?
Females! Let's go to them.
Sir Hans.
Oh, shut up and let's go. But quietly. We don't want them to spot us.
Hans.
Head down, Henry. We've got to sneak closer. Follow me.
And now we learn how to
No
sneak.
sudden moves. Don't give us away. Hear that singing? They must be close. Hear that? Do you think they might be bathing? Come on, let's get closer. Shit! One of them's doing laundry. We'll have to get closer to the others. Only she's blocking our way, right in our path. Damn it! Throw a stone in the water near her to lure her away. Once she notices it, we'll hurry along the other side.
What was that sound?
worked.
What was that?
Let's go.
Pana je u oltáře, kleká si před paráže, pouští se mu dlaně, jak jí kouká na mě. Aleluja, Domine, aleluja, Domine. Pana je u muziky, směje se na chasníky, ty jen pijou jedí, Pana sama sedí. Aleluja, Domine, aleluja, Domine. Králiku včelitáři, neboť panu Pana v poli na chvilku rozhálila košilku, vidět byl jen kousek, báby křižujou se. Aleluja, Domine, aleluja, Domine. Pana je u muziky, směje se na chasníky, ty jen pijou jedí, Pána sama sedí. Aleluja, Domine, aleluja.
Henry, I told you to... Fucking God, you're a... We've got to do something. Stay down, for fuck's sake. Don't be a fool, Henry. We don't stand a chance. We'll wait till they're gone, and then head back to camp. Maybe some of our men got away.
Hey!
What the fuck are you doing?
Hey! Hands off her, you brute! What the hell's going on here? Let her go, you pigs! That bastard's with them!
Fucking hell! You couldn't just leave it be, could you? Come on! Run!
Catch them! Enough, I said!
What the fuck? She's mine!
What are you gaping at? Shoot! Well, don't just stand there, you idiots! After them! Along the bank!
Christ! When did you learn to swim?
Just now! Fucking armor! Come on! We'll cut them off on the other side! Off his horses, quick!
Oh, Mott. What the fuck was that, Henry? You rescuing a damsel in distress?
I'm done with running.
Oh, really? And what exactly do you call... Oh, shit. Oh, you've been hit.
What? Oh, shit.
Well, we can't leave it like this.
No, wait! Ah! Fuck!
We've got to flee. Can you walk?
Yeah, I'll manage. I'd lead the way.
You pull yourself together. We've got to vanish. We'll get out of the woods and find somewhere. Then we'll get that shoulder of yours fixed up.
Alright, so I'm probably going to wrap it up about right there. Real quick before I do so, the banner to the left corner there was talking about the hair in the middle of the screen. Basically means that we're wanted. There's people hunting us down. The bottom bar shows our health and our condition. So we've got an injury to our torso, is identifying by the little circle with our torso on it. And then the bar across the bottom is our health and stamina bar. It's whited out from the right to the left. That's showing that our max health is only up to that little bar, that little vertical bar there. Also, our stamina is very limited as well. As I said, I'm going to wrap it up right there. Be sure to like the video, especially if you want to see more of this. Also, subscribe to the channel and check the bell. That way you get notified anytime I post a new video. And I'll see you next time.